No strings attached. I keep my foot up on their neck, applying pressure to the max. They told me I'll make it far. No strings attached. I keep my foot up on their neck, applying pressure to the max. They told me I'll make it far. They told me I'll make it far. They told me I'll make it far. I'm just trapping out the car. I need 100 grand large. Free my homies out of bars. They told me I'll make it far. I'm just trapping out the car.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Fresh Bar Sports Show. This is a very special edition. On the road, taking the Fresh Bar Sports Show on the road again, and I got family over here, my Aunt Cheryl, and she's just not only just my Aunt Cheryl. I'm going to, give you some of her credentials just a little bit, but first and foremost, thank you for doing this.
No problem. Thank you for asking.
Appreciate you doing this. First and foremost, she's a nurse, registered nurse for 25 years. And not even that, I want her to, give her a little background because first and foremost, I want my audience to know that, thank you for your services. And can you just describe, how long you served and exactly what you did, serving us before we get to where you at currently.
Right. I graduated from college nursing school in 1992. Received my bachelor's degree since then, and I have been a cardiology nurse, working in the cath and EP labs, and a small stint in ICU, coronary ICU, and since 1993. So. Okay.
All right. Thank you. Now, can you describe like a little bit of your why? So what made you interested in doing this? What made you driven or passionate about this area?
I was in the Air Force, and I was in the Air Force for 8 years, and then I decided when I got out of the Air Force, I went into electronics. I worked at electronics at several different companies. One company in Gore, and then another company, and then it's like it was okay. It was all right, but it wasn't. There was no one to talk to. You pretty much work by yourself.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So I got tired of just working by myself, no one to talk to. And I was like, I had a roommate who was a nurse. Her name was Gwen. And she's like, why don't you just become a nurse? And I was like, oh, I don't think I can do that. I said, I don't think I'm smart enough. But then I did. I decided to go to school in Delaware, in which I did. Like I said, I graduated in 1992. And then worked at Christiana Care in Delaware. Then I worked at York Hospital and since 1999 in their cath EP labs.
Okay. Yep. And now you just currently retired.
Just currently retired in July.
Yeah.
Loving it.
Congratulations.
Love to travel and. My husband loves to watch sports. So.
Yeah. So and we love sports.
So I watch sports with him. And I'm an Eagle fan.
Yeah.
He's a Cowboys fan.
Okay. So
there's always a friction.
With that dynamic.
But it's fun.
Yeah. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get to the fun stuff. But good. Like one of the important reasons why I really wanted to have you on. I want to since we already talked about the sports and the love of football, I want to transition to what took place this past Monday Night Football in the Bills versus Bengals game. Bills safety number 3, Damar Hamlin, he had suffered cardiac arrest on the field. His heartbeat was restored on the field and got helicopter lifted to the 2 mile. It was a hospital.
Ambulance,
Ambulance 2 miles away. So, and then now showing better signs. The doctor says the readings is positive. Breathing is. I believe the last report is like he's breathing 50% on his own, still with assistance, he's in critical condition, but the signs is looking good.
Correct.
And if you could just explain about this is that unique situation. Obviously, you watched the game, you know what took place. If you could just kind of explain some of your medical expertise and knowledge about like how that took place, because I know there's like no reports out officially about him having an underlying heart condition. So I know there's talks about like I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this wrong, but like a rare case of like comatose cordorius. Just something that happens for people that have normal heartbeat that has no underlying heart condition, but just I think it's like a fifth of a second from just the way that you could explain all this, just the way that the heart works is just like a fifth of a second when your heart is vulnerable, and just like a wrong hit at the right hit at the wrong time.
Right. He just got with the tackle. Apparently, he just got hit. And his heart went into an abnormal heart rhythm, which it happens. And I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often than it does. Just like with the concussions.
Yeah.
And I did hear one doctor on TV the other night, last night, saying that he could have actually had a concussion, which would have caused him to have his heart to go out of rhythm as well. They with the immediate care he got on the field.
That was critical.
That was definitely critical. The less than 2 minutes they're on him, and chest compressions, the AED, the defibrillator that they use out in the field, brings him back with the CPR in that, and intubated, to help him with the breathing, to make sure he's getting oxygen to his brain, to his heart, to his other organs, vital organs. And, he was, the care he got seemed like it was absolute. It was great.
Top notch.
That's
what they said. Like,
exactly.
There couldn't have been no, there was all the media people talking about, this could have been no better place other than the hospital happening.
Exactly. Because if he would have been at home, he would not have gotten the care that he got there. But then again, he wouldn't have got hit like he did there.
Exactly.
I'm not sure what type of, with the practice, what kind of care they have there. I would think it would be the same. I'm not sure they'd have an ambulance on hand and all that. But I would hope they have the medics and, but yeah, he did get top-notch care. It's just with that hit, from the tackle, he, his heart just went out of rhythm. They brought him back, and
it's crazy.
That was great.
In the outside looking in, because you obviously we watch football. There's much hits that's harder than that. But it says it's not about how hard it hit. It's just that fifth second where the heartbeat is like weak, or where those muscles is weak, and that's vulnerable.
Yeah, with that electrical impulse going through his heart, if you get it at the right time, you knock it out of rhythm, and then he goes into VFib. I've seen it many of times, like when we've done heart casts and you might tickle the heart with the catheter.
Yeah.
The patient, you hit that heart at the right time, the patient can go into VFib. We're right there because we're monitoring all the time.
Yeah.
We shock them and they're back, So it does happen.
Now, can you explain a little bit about, like, because I was doing some research on this. Expert says, like, this usually only happens, like, I know you said it's, you surprised it don't happen more often, but it says it only usually, like, typically happen like 15 to 20 times a year, and not necessarily on athletes. Not with football, it's usually with a sport that's involved like a hockey or baseball with like a fast,
hard hit.
Yeah.
But the way those guys tackle on the field, they're very strong.
Yeah, exactly.
And the way they hit each other, and they're all, the adrenaline's flowing. The impacts. And seriously, and the same with the concussions these people have. The guys have out in the field. It's no different. Things can happen, and even with high school football and baseball and hockey, all these kids should have the same care. They should have that same type of care, the medics, especially an AED out there, in case something happens. The coaches and anybody who's in charge of those kids should be able to use that equipment if something like that would happen, because it'll save a life.
Because this, I know this is like they consider like a compact sport, but it's more like a collision sport, because it's, I'm not saying necessarily at the high school level, but at least at the professional level, they always say it's like getting in a car crash almost every play.
Right,
right. That's how
because,
they describe it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then you have more than one person coming on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a lot of impact. That's a lot of impact. Yeah. And they train to do it,
Exactly. Now, and it's crazy that you mentioned like how strong and intensity about it, because I just when you said that I'm over here trying to think about the quarterback name. I don't know the quarterback name, but I remember when Lawrence Taylor, the great Lawrence Taylor from Giants, when he hit the quarterback so hard that he compound fractured his bone out his skin.
Right.
I can't think of the quarterback name, but like I said, like
I
that's
don't
not.
remember
Yeah,
either.
that I remember that. I'm like, I mean, I wasn't around for that, but you remember those
You
stories
would know, yeah.
because you definitely know it's true. So it's like, wow, it's just crazy.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like they're so used to broken bones, the concussions.
Yeah.
Because concussions has been really in the news this year.
Yeah.
But the cardiac arrest, that has not been in the news.
And that's why
right now
it's different.
he has bought it forefront, and all things, God makes all things happen for a reason.
Exactly.
He has bought this forefront. It has helped not only this guy's organization that he has
$5 million
yes,
plus, and he's
$6.5 million exactly,
and he was only trying to raise like 2,500.
Right, and he has gone to
Yeah.
6.5,
Wow.
and it has helped bring
awareness.
awareness.
Got people
about,
like sports shows on
cardiac arrest,
educating themselves on this stuff more.
Right, people are praying on TV,
ESPN,
ESPN,
promoting prayer,
come
like
on.
promoting prayer and religion
Exactly.
on sports and
Which
major
is
networks,
good.
which is it's good, but it's foreign. You know what I'm saying? It's foreign. They try to shy away from religion and politics.
Right. They do try to shy away from it, but
this is real life. This is bigger than that.
Right.
And that's why
in this man's life, the guy who's lying in the hospital, Hamlin, is more important than any of it. And I'm so glad they just shut the football down
game
for the week.
Yeah. Right.
Shut it down. It's not that important.
It's not that important. They figure something out. They might not even play the game. Some of the reports is because it's bigger than that. They'll just do something like you figure out like the percentages and the. Like, because it's not the same, because it was like important seeds for top 2 and 3 seeds.
Right.
They'll just figure out like percentages based off the games they played, and just figure and strength the schedule, and just
Right.
figure out because it's not
Somebody
important
can
about
figure it out.
Yeah, it's not important
It's
about
not
playing
important.
the game.
Exactly.
And so I'm thankful for all the blessings that's a result of this tragedy. Not saying it's deadly, but just somebody that's somebody that's perfectly healthy. It's changing his life,
Right.
and his like the impact on his family is just crazy. Like obviously thinking his mom was there, but they just thinking they're going to a normal football game. Then and then now the mom going in an ambulance with him
with her child,
Yeah.
and that had to be scary. It was scary for all the guys. I mean, I never seen so many grown men crying
like
at the
that.
same
Yeah,
time.
exactly. And that was like,
that
we're not playing. Like the players knew they wasn't playing.
Right.
Usually, well, not usually. Always, all the injuries, all the stuff that happened, people get carted off. Everybody felt chill, knew this was different.
Mm-hmm. Right. You could see they knew it was different. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so now, can we segue to like, what you think is the future of the NFL and youth football league? Like, me and my son was watching that. Parents and their kids is watching that Monday Night Football primetime game. Like, it's a lot of eyes on that, and that's like scary. And, parents that's probably like on the borderline of wanting their kids to play football. Now that's just like no way.
Right. I mean, but like you said, it's not just football. Mm-hmm. It's hockey.
Yeah.
It's baseball.
Yeah.
And you can't. I mean, it's a great sport. Everyone likes to watch.
Yeah. Exactly.
And they're not going to stop it because of the money.
Yeah.
But they do have to be prepared, like they were prepared on Monday night. They do need to be prepared. AD, medical, medical team, and all that. And not just for the professional teams. They need to be prepared for the amateur teams, the high school teams. You know what I mean? Because it can happen to anyone. Mm-hmm. It can happen to anyone. Yeah,
it's like I said, just prayers out to DeMar Hamlin and his families involved, because it's like I said, it was different. You got parents and kids watching that, and I just like I said, me personally. I'm thinking that put my son in football next year. Mm-hmm. Just still on the borderline, but I'm like, this is making me just wanting to shut the door on that personally. But so I'm just like you said, glad the good things that's coming out of the awareness and the education on this, and hopefully not just with the better medical professions on hands for the local sports, but even just for the NFL. Hopefully they get better medical coverage and fix up some, their issues with lack of guaranteed contracts, and, pay these guys their worth, because especially that career, is short lived.
Right, and you heard him speak a few months ago. They were saying that he had spoken, saying how grateful he was.
Yeah, exactly.
To play this, to play NFL.
Don't take nothing for
and
granted.
Don't take nothing for granted, and that's so true. Like, look at him now. I mean, we pray that he makes it through, but who knows if he'll be able to play again. He might be a sports commentator like yourself one day.
Yeah, I know.
So,
yeah.
which is safer.
Yeah.
But that had to be a big impact, like on him and his life and his family's life, and they're going to be scared. And is he going to be scared to go back out there?
Oh,
again?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Even his teammates, everybody's going to think about the next time they get hit.
Personally, I hope, me selfishly, I just hope he just say, you know what, I'm just going on this, and hopefully like Bills do something, give him like some money. Obviously, he wasn't making the most money, but just give him a nice little care package to go away, and just a severance package, and just help him get to another business endeavor or work for the team in a business capacity or something, or be a coach on the sideline, or whatever.
Right, exactly. And I'm not sure what kind of pads they have in the chest area.
What they said is they have is practical because it's the shoulder pads. They have a choice to wear a girdle under the shoulder pads too, but it's the shoulder pads. It's just hard plastic. It's just hard plastic over their chest. Over the chest. That's what it is.
Yeah, but
and somebody putting the hard helmet plastic head with a force on the plastic pads. But like you said, it even I just watched the Steelers and Ravens game the night before that. I saw plenty of harder hits in that game. Micah Fitzpatrick doing his thing.
I did too.
And then I'm like, when I first saw the hit, I saw it live. I saw the hit and I saw him get up and get down. I didn't know what happened, but I'm thinking like, for that, what happened? And then so I see the replay, and we keep saying replay, this is not
the end. It didn't seem that bad.
Yeah, that's why I was
but you just never know. Yeah. If you get that right second. Mm-hmm. And like I said, the one doctor had said that he noticed his chin went up when he got hit.
Oh, okay.
And that he readjusted his helmet. Yeah, and maybe he thought maybe he got hit in the chin, and because he never held his chest, he had gotten hit in the chest. He was saying he adjusted his helmet, and then after that's when he fell back.
Yeah,
and he was thinking maybe it was concussion because if you're losing, if you have a concussion, sometimes that can affect your heart because your brain is not telling your heart to keep pumping. You know what I mean? So. I don't know. So you never know. So that's why they put him in a coma. A drug-induced coma, keep him in a drug-induced coma. But like you said, that's why he was 100%.
Yeah.
They did say he was moving. His arms were moving when he came off the field. So they got it. They had to have gotten him back. But then he went into cardiac arrest again when he got into the hospital.
But isn't that just like a formality to sedate him because just for comfortability?
Right. Get his brain rest.
Because you got somebody. And you got tools in my throat.
Right. And so he's not fighting the vent and all that stuff. Now now that he's waking up, he's fighting. Because you're not used to that tube down your throat. You want to get all this stuff out. You want to be natural. So of course, he was 50% yesterday, like you said. I'm not sure where he is today, but I'm sure they'll get him off the vent soon, and then they'll have to make sure his brain function and everything is working good.
Okay. So like I said, everybody continue to stay prayed up and for DeMar Hamlin and
amen to that.
And just pray for strength for the family as well. Now appreciate you spreading your knowledge to my Fresh Bar Sports Show audience. I appreciate you doing this. But before we get out here, can we just get a couple little sports questions? And before we go, since you like some your Eagles and everything like that, how you think about your season, Jalen Hurts with the shoulder? I know we spoke off wax about the shoulder injury and all that stuff. How you feeling about that? Jalen Hurts shoulder injury and y'all playoff chances and y'all run. Y'all got the AJ Brown and Devontae Smith and all the offensive sides, and y'all defense is good. You got Slay over there and everything.
I just pray he can get back in the game with a good shoulder and strong shoulder. I assume they just kept him out. Why put him in for these games? And when they'll need him for the playoffs and the Super Bowl.
You're
getting in the Super Bowl.
Okay. Okay. So I already know how you feel.
Even though my husband thinks we're not.
Yeah.
But
So
that's
so,
okay.
Yeah. So oh man, like if y'all meet in the playoff, it's gonna be tense in here.
It is going to be tense. But I just hope I can get a ticket. That's all I can say.
Okay. All right. Can you tell me your top 5 Eagles of all time, since you're a fan? Your top 5 players that you love on the Eagles of all time.
Oh God, I can never remember. I am so bad with names.
You got T.O., you got Reggie White, you got Donovan Nabb, you got these guys right now. Jalen Hurts, you got Brian Dawkins, you got Westbrook. You got some.
Oh geez, what was the one?
Reggie White. Yeah, Reggie White.
That was one.
Okay. He wasn't a Donovan fan. Yeah, Mike Vick over there for a stint.
Mike Vick and the dogs. Yeah, let the dogs out. Hey, but you know what? They have dog fights and all cockfights and all this stuff all the time. What difference does it make?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They all have
it's like the Martha Stewart thing. That's what I related to.
Oh, okay.
One person they have to make an example of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
so he's the one who got hit.
He's a famous name. He knew that he was hot. I mean, obviously hot at the time, so.
Yeah. I'm not really good with the names.
Okay.
I just watch the sport.
Yeah, so just
like
appreciate the team.
Eagles.
Okay.
Appreciate the team.
All right. Well, before we get out of here, I did some little research myself. I know you got a little softball and a little volleyball background in you, if you want to expound upon.
I play a little bit of basketball, a little bit of softball, and when I was in the military and then out of the military, I was not good at all. I did it for fun and to get out of work. I'm not gonna even lie.
Okay. Hey, like you say, you're having fun, get some exercise, get out of work. Okay.
Get some exercise, get out of work. But I do love to see the kids play. I do love to go see. Like I used to love to go watch your games.
I know you've been big fan.
Little Junior now. I like to go watch his games.
Big fans.
I love to watch Danae and Dejiana when they were playing. I just love to watch the game.
Yeah, big supporter. Yeah, definitely. Love support. Family sportive events. Now, what do you think is more important, good coaching or good talent?
Good coaching. I think good coaching makes good talent.
Okay. That's what you think. I just think sometimes guys is born with that in them. And, sometimes coaches can bring some extra things out of them, but you need to have that those burning passion desires already inside you. That's
you have to have those and I didn't. When I was playing, I didn't. I was just playing for the fun of it.
You were just playing.
I really was. I was just playing for the fun of it.
Oh man,
and I'm not even going to lie.
Yeah. All right. Well, we getting out here. Appreciate you doing this. But what do you think about the show?
I like the show. I think because I see a lot of my family members on
it. So he was like,
and even I think I like it. I like to see you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
The progression you've made, and I'm very proud of you to let you know.
Thank you.
It just does my heart good to see you doing something like this.
Yeah. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate you doing this, and she don't do this at all. So I appreciate you.
I do.
Appreciate you coming on here and doing this, and before we get out of here, I want to shout out to my sponsors. You need fresh gear, fresh clothing, go to Cash Baby Clothing Brand. You need event planning, go to Wild Production Events. We're going to let this cook, let it marinate, let it bubble up. Stay tuned for some more episodes of Fresh Sports Show. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Love you.
No strings attached. I keep my foot up on their neck, applying pressure to the max. They told me I'll make it far. They told me I'll make it far. They told me I'll make it far. I'm just trapping out the car. I need 100 grand large. Free my homies out of bars. They told me I'll make it far. I'm just trapping out the car.